This recipe is one of our most searched recipes. Time and time again, it's been getting great reviews. And what really gives it that awesome, lasting impression on people is all the flavor. There's no shortage of seasonings in this recipe. A good marinade really goes a long way, and I think you can really see that in these fajitas. So this is one of our older recipes. I was a tiny bit skeptical at first just because I know that the actual recipe hasn't been revisited or tweaked in a while, but you can really see why once you try it. It's so good, there's so much flavor. It's got over 250 reviews on our website. It's just one of those that really, you don't fix it if it's not broken. I personally like to let my meat marinate as long as possible because I think it just lets that flavor get in there so deep, and it really, really gives it depth. If you're in a pinch, only an hour is totally fine, but I would say if you could give it the full amount of time, you're really going to notice a difference on the flavor. So when I first get the peppers in the pan, I like to get them in a somewhat even layer and give them a couple minutes. Let them smoke and let them caramelize a little. And then once you feel that one side of them is pretty charred, go ahead, give it a nice stir. You do want to have even heating all around, but make sure that you give it enough time resting in the pan so you get some nice char on them too. One of the most important elements in this recipe is using a good hot cast iron skillet. It really keeps true to the fajita experience. When you go to a restaurant and they bring out a sizzling little platter of fajitas. So it really helps you get that full fajita restaurant experience when you make it at home. This recipe is very versatile. I did make it when I had about 10 to 15 people at my house, and there were a few vegetarians, and it was very easy to tweak for them and still feed everybody, because not only could you switch out the type of meat that you have, but if you want, you could chop up portobello mushrooms and use that as like a protein substitute instead, or just the peppers and onions are fine too. It was one of those recipes that sort of everybody was happy because it was easy to customize for what you want. There's so much you can do with fajitas. Obviously, you can pick your base, your tortilla, either flour or corn. I personally love a warm flour tortilla. And then you can just sort of go crazy with the toppings. I really like to do guacamole, a little bit of shredded cheese, and some hot sauce. But it's great because everybody can do what they want. Put out all your toppings, everybody can sort of grab. It's like a build your own fajita bar. It's one of those recipes that you just want to make it again and again for everybody you know because it's just so good.